In just a few years, rented e-scooters have conquered Paris like many cities across Europe. According to users, they're cheap, fast, pleasant, practical, and of course electric. But are they really good for the environment?
I think it's good because it only uses electricity.
This creates CO2? I didn't know.
I couldn't say exactly what the impact is.
Compared to the metro, I don't know if there's much difference.
Well, there is. Studies show that at 600 grams of CO2 per 10 kilometres, e-scooters emit 6 times more than the metro, even if that is 3 times less than the car. And only 13% of scooter journeys would otherwise have been done by car, taxi or bus. So the study's author, Anne de Bortoli, draws a somewhat negative conclusion on the impact of e-scooters, even if in Paris improvements have been made.
Today, most operators have managed to reduce the impact of fleet management. And as a result, the majority of greenhouse gas emissions come from the manufacturing of the scooter. It has a small battery that has a carbon footprint that's not negligible. But the main issue is the aluminium frame that has a very, very high carbon footprint.
On top of this, there's abuse. In Paris, Swans Island has been renamed Scooters Island by Raphael and his father, magnet fishers who share their videos on social networks.
We've pulled out at least 170 over 3 years. I don't know what they want to do with them, but I don't see the point of throwing them in the water.
To limit pollution, operators ensure batteries are insulated in waterproof cases. But scientists say perfect protection doesn't exist.
We lack studies on how these batteries corrode when they're left in the environment. Probably the most dangerous for the environment are metals like nickel, lead and mercury, which aren't present in huge quantities, but which exist in these batteries. But we shouldn't neglect nanoparticles, which are small particles that carry metals within them and which can find their way into almost any living tissue and contaminate the entire food chain.
One thing is certain, the business of sharing e-scooters is doing well in Europe, with revenues expected to grow annually around 15% until 2026. But will it really help reducing transport pollution? This will mainly depend on the efforts made by the companies involved. Cyril Forneris, Euronews, Paris.